Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So if you have already completed the previous challenges, you now have this new challenge icon right over there to the side of me. So that icon is going to show you all the badges in your account. These badges can be displayed on your player info tab. So like if you click on somebody in your clan, you click on a player in the arena, you're going to be able to see this player info tab. For me, I honestly am pretty excited about this, but I want to hear from you guys as well. Are you excited? Could you care less? You just don't even care about this whatsoever. It's just irrelevant. Or are you somebody who's in a situation like me where I actually think this is pretty cool? So my idea with this is that I come from playing World of Warcraft a lot, many years ago, when having cool gear from raids or PvP gear actually meant something. And like transmog nowadays makes cool gear a little bit harder to see, but when you saw somebody going around with like really sick gear, you're like, wow, that's something I want to strive for. While this isn't the same, I think it's one of the closest things we have to that time. So when you look through these badges, some of them are, of course, going to be more whale heavy. Like we have the, where is it? Simply the best. Earned by finishing first in Classic Arena's Platinum tier at least 5 times. Yeah, I think there should be one below this, like place 1 time, and maybe it's like a Platinum, and then you have this fiery one at the next level. But it's just gold, and then finish Plat 5 times. There's a huge difference in that. Honestly, top 3, top 10, top 100, they could break it down in those smaller details. But either way, this is something I'm never going to achieve. But it's something that players who are in the top clans, in the top performing in PvP, they're going to achieve this. They're going to have these cool rewards. It's going to be very few players, but it gives you that extra layer of you've accomplished something. Now that is pretty heavily in the wallet, you know, like if you have a pretty big wallet, you have a better chance of achieving that. If you don't, then your chances are very low, especially with Raid where it is now. A few years ago, not the same situation, but there are other badges that not many players are going to have, but you can definitely achieve. Things like Dragon Slayer, Ice in Your Veins, Pest Control. These are ones that you can definitely achieve, and you just got to be a little bit creative with how you approach it, which I'm going to talk about later on. But before I do that, let's take a look at my badges and see where yours compare. So we have the tutorial class of 2019, and this account actually started a little bit after my original account. I guess Raid released in 2019. I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure the first time I downloaded it was 2019. So this lines up well, but this is actually my second account. So my other one was around for a few months. I want to say almost a year, but that's probably not true. I don't know if 2018 is an option or not, but either way, 2019. So I've been playing Raid for quite a while. Legend in the Making. We have these first few tiers of that. Hall of Legends, good, which is obtaining 180 legendary champions. There's obviously no higher tier than this, which I'm kind of surprised because for some comparison, and you guys can check this yourself as well, this is very small now. Wow. But for some comparison, I have, let's see, 259 legendaries. So they could definitely have had another tier of like 250 or even 500 legendaries. That is a huge amount of legendary champions, but there are definitely some players who have that. And you could have that fiery red avatar. But 180, that's fine. Skill Novice, I'm at Skill Master. Earned by fully upgrading the skills of 250 champions. Pretty cool. But I want more difficult to earn badges, honestly. Awakening Novice, apparently I have not used enough of these Soul Stones, though I do have some sitting in here that I could use. Mythical Champions, which I'm never going to get. But I have a few different ones, like 6-star stuff that I could use, which now that this is around, I may actually try to get this. Because it is a pretty cool red looking avatar. But I got a different plan for my profile, and I'm honestly pretty excited to share it with you guys because I think it's pretty creative. But you guys can be the judge of that once we get there. And then we have the Arbiter stuff, Ramen 2. I don't have Marius yet, obviously, so I need to get that fixed. I wasn't as worried about it, but now I am. We have the Affinity stuff, which I think a lot of players are going to have this, the Great Hall finished, essentially. And then you have the Live Arena Great Hall bonuses, which is pretty intense. You got to do a lot of Live Arena to finish this. And this is honestly, for me, it motivates me to do it. Granted, Area Master, that is a lot. 560 bonuses, that is a ton of bonuses. So while I would love to get this, I don't see it happening anytime soon. This one, Standing Room Only, earned by filling each faction's 15 chambers within the Faction Guardians tab of the Guardian Ring. Each faction's 15 chambers. So yeah, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically it's filling out everything. I will try to do this once I finish out the legendaries everywhere. I have Orcs, Ogryn, Sylvan Watchers, and Dwarves. If I get the legendaries done, good. I'll go ahead and try to fill it out completely. But until then, I'm not going to fill it with rares because the rares, they're just going to take up space in your champion inventory. And we're already pretty limited in overall inventory space. So I'm not going to be worried about that just yet. Now, the other ones that I'm interested in, we have the gold medalist, which is cool, just the arena stuff. But honestly, this is not anything that impressive. I'm not going to display this. Tag team champion. I've been in gold 4. It's not retroactive, so I'm going to have to push back up in there. This one right here, this is a pretty difficult one because if you read it, it says earned by getting 10 wins in a row in gold 4 of live arena. So I'm currently in gold 3. I've been decaying. I've not been playing it. I need to get back into playing it. But gold 4 is 4,800. And right now I'm top. I'm not top 2,000. This is like some weird. I don't think that's true at all. I think I'm probably like top 4,000 or 5,000. But to get into gold 4 and get 10 wins in a row, that is difficult. That is very difficult. Very impressive too, honestly. I would definitely display that on my profile if and when I get there and accomplish that, which is something I wouldn't have cared about before. Like before, I would get, a few wins and then I would lose. Not a big deal. But now I get a few wins and like, okay, you're pushing 8 wins. You need to get 2 more. And then you get matchup, bad picks. You lose. You don't get that medal. So this one's very cool, like something pretty high to work towards that you don't have to be a massive Kraken to actually achieve this, though you will probably have to have a tutorial class of like 2020, something pretty early, been playing for a while essentially. Just like basically have that gear, have those champion levels. Then Lydia, but these ones right here, this is what specifically excites me because Dragon Slayer earned by defeating Hellraiser, the dragon, 10 times in under 25 turns. Wait a second. I thought it was on stage 10. Earned by defeating Tainted Fyro 10 times in under 25 turns. Enemy turns count towards this badge. Oh, interesting. Wait a second. Could I just achieve this without having to build an actual team? I was thinking that these were things that, so this is earned by defeating Tainted Hellraiser. I was thinking that I had to get this on stage 10, which would make that pretty impressive. Like, and actually wanted to do that. Fire Knight wouldn't really be an option. But these ones, it's a little bit different. Like, these are pretty easy to do in under 5 turns. That's actually impressive. Under 35 turns, okay. Under 25 turns and 25. So, Spider, that's actually relatively difficult. Even for the hard, it is hard mode. But you could do a low stage in the hard mode. I was thinking it was stage 10 of hard mode, which would be very difficult in comparison. But I do want to get these. I'll explain why in just a moment. And then we have the Doom Tower stuff. I need to finish the Doom Tower Champions. I just get lazy with Doom Tower Secret Room, so I need to finish that just so I can have this achievement. And it's not just a glaringly obvious, hey, you're slacking on your daily stuff in Raid. And then we have Carnage. Not really in a rush, though I may need to change that. Top Dog. First place in the global leaderboard for any tournament. That is pretty difficult to do. I've never been top number 1 in any global leaderboard. So this you could probably like sneak in if someday you were like working hard towards something and it's something that just you cared about. There's a few tournaments where that could happen, but I would give it a while because there's probably going to be other whales coming in and trying to snag this up if they can. But then for CVC, these are all pretty achievable. And then it has a massive jump, a 10x jump into 5 million. We go from 500,000. Okay, not a big deal. Like 500,000 is a lot, but it's not unheard of. But then you have 5 million. 5 million, that's a lot. That is unheard of. Majority of players do not have 5 million points. Matter of fact, if we come over to the Discord channel and see the top CVC scores in the RSL leaderboard section, individual scores, let's see this. So the top 10 players, number 10 has 8 million CVC points. Okay, these are the top, like these are massive Kraken whales, crazy stuff, the hardest fights, and they have 8 million points. And for this, you need 5 million. I don't know if that was retroactive or not. I hope it was, because that is horrible if not. Which I guess if I had the 500,000, then it is retroactive, right? Let's see. No, it's not in fact retroactive. That is horrible. That is absolutely horrible, because that's not something you do regularly, right? You don't regularly throw up 5 million CVC points. Carnage is impressive. at least for a little while, and then eventually it won't be as impressive. Hydra, 88.3 billion damage. That's crazy. But for the badges, I do honestly, before I talk about my player info section, we are going to organize that. I do want to say, I think these are awesome. I think they're a lot of fun. I think there's some that I'm obviously never going to get. I'm not going to get this one, and I probably will never get this one either. This one's possible. It's one like within grasp, but who knows? It's going to be difficult, but I'll try to get it. A few others are going to be difficult, but hopefully I can get it. And it gives me something to strive for. I do believe, though, that they should add some rewards to this, like some gym rewards, maybe like a couple 100 gems each time you complete a badge, or some energy, something, because currently, I mean, you have the badges, it's cool, but let's be honest, like, you get no rewards. So most players who don't care about this section aren't going to care too much about the rewards. But when it comes to the player info section, this is how I want to design my stuff. So I could throw in all my mythical champions, which is one. I'm not lucky. I don't have a ton of mythical champions. And you can only use champions you already have. So what I'm going to do is select 4 champions that are no longer available that I have that might actually be pretty cool. And I'll show you what I'm going to do here, which honestly, this might be irrelevant to most players. But put Archer in the first slot. Put Fatalis there. Where is Rathalos? And then Zinogre. What is she? Right here. So Zinogre. No. Elatrion. Where's Elatrion? Elatrion. What was he? Because this is gonna be the Monster Hunter squad. These champions, as far as I'm aware, are no longer available, right? And then is he Magic Affinity? I think he was, right? Oh my goodness. What kind of organization is this stuff, anyways? Elatrion. I don't know what affinity he is. But the Monster Hunter champions are no longer available. So having them thrown in here with the dungeon achievements, I think will be pretty cool. I thought that was a pretty creative idea. There we go. Elatrion right there. So now, okay, my favorite champion. Oh, wait, no. Let's do this. So my favorite champion will be Archer. Why can I not? Okay, by faction. Let's do, no. By affinity. Archer is spirit, right? Oh man, it's all messed up now, guys. It's all messed up and ruined. So the Archer, wherever she is, right there, she's pretty cool. And then for this, my favorite champs, we're gonna throw in. Nah, I don't want Zen. I want one in that order. I want it in a better order than Zinogre in the front. Put him in the front, and then Zinogre next. So now we've got the Monster Hunter squad, and then I come in here, and I'll put in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working towards getting the 5 dungeon slots. Let's see, no. So Fire Knight, Dragon, Ice Golem, and Spider. 4 slots, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this slot, I'm going to use it for whatever I can get that's red, basically. If I can get something that's red, I'm going to do that. Now, this background being just blue, I think it'd be cooler if it was like the color of the champion's rarity, or we could change the background. Because right now, it being blue, kind of washes everything else out, in my opinion. Like right now, Archer, she's kind of blue anyways, it looks like, on the edges. I never even noticed this before. But now it's kind of just washing it out, and it's a little bit difficult to actually see. It doesn't really like pop. But if the background, we could have it to where, we could use various different things, be sweet. Like, you could earn it from doing Dragon, or you can earn it from doing Fire Knight, you could earn it from doing the Arena, you could, whatever, like, have some background changes, or even if it was just some different background options, just like 5 different ones, so we could style that a little bit more. It seems like a pretty obvious thing if they're giving us this much customization to just throw in a background customization as well. I'm not for sure why this Trenda is void, but you can't use her. That just makes no sense to me. But either way, this is my little setup here, and my goal is to, like I said, get the dungeon badges done, which I'm going to make some teams and share with you guys, though it may be pretty easy, honestly. So I'll try to make some easy teams for y'all to use if you want to. Stage 10 of Dragon. 20, but the thing is that enemy turns count as well, which those don't typically count, I don't think. So that makes it pretty difficult. And the Spider one was, what, 5 turns? Ooh, that one's going to be challenging for sure. Potentially. Yeah, 5 turns with enemy stuff counting as well. But yeah, having the monsters, which if you don't get this reference, monster hunters, having the monster badges with the monster hunter champions, that seems pretty cool to me. So these were all champions, were monster hunter champions. All these champions are no longer available, I don't believe. Like Archer, I definitely know is not available. So like look, info, champion can't be summoned from shards. We have Archer, we have Fatalis, which is Dark Elves, wherever he's at. So you have all the, I mean, this is like probably the coolest thing you could have, right? But it makes you able to show off. So like if you have Rhonda, she's a champion you can't earn anymore. They don't have as many champions you can't earn, but if you have Ninja, you could use him in your profile picture. A lot of players are going to have him still, but Ninja's a champion who you can't earn anymore. Like he was there and now he's not. So for the time being, this Monster Hunters collection with the Monster Hunter badges, I think is pretty cool, guys. But let me know what you think about this. I think it's something that's fun. I think it's not much past that. I mean, there's literally no rewards to it. For me, it just gives me something extra to strive for, because whenever I feel like not doing the things I should be doing, like working on the Marius missions or finishing Doom Tower, I can, instead goof around in Dragon or Spider. So basically, it gives me a distraction from doing the things that I actually should be doing. So is it actually a good thing? I have no clue. But I am having fun with it. So I'm going to get this finished up, guys. Look for some videos coming out about how to finish the Dragon, Ice Golem, Fire Knight, Spider badges. And hopefully we can get you guys on the same path. So like I said, let me know what you think about this. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's fun. But other than that, I wish there was some rewards to it. Some players are going to like it. Some players are just going to overlook it and not care a single bit about it. But with that said, thank y'all for watching. I love and appreciate all of you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.